Ludicrous feed is proudly sponsored by Carloop, data to empower Australia's EV revolution. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video where we're going to go through the BYD Shark 6 pricing and configurator page and specs as well. The BYD Shark 6 PHEV was launched officially last night in Broken Hill, Outback, New South Wales. Let's go through the press release right now. Here we go, Broken Hill, New South Wales. That's where the BYD Shark 6 was launched by EV Direct, a local distributor for Australia. And it was at the Mount Gibbs station near Broken Hill, and it'll be Australia's first electric platform hybrid ute. So just beating the Ford Ranger PHEV, which we'll talk about a bit later on in this video as a comparison. So $57,900 excluding on-road costs. So that will be the base price for the Shark 6. And it's got DMO technology, which is BYD's, PHEV tech. That's what they call it, DM or dual mode. We've reviewed the C-Line 6 already on this channel. It's got the DMI technology, so dual mode intelligent. Whereas the BYD Shark 6 will be dual mode off-road technology, offering 650 Newton meters of torque and accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5.7 seconds. So pretty impressive there. Now, Luke Todd, the managing director for EV Direct, was there, as well as CEO David Smitherman, and also BYD Asia Pacific General Manager Mr. Liu Xieliang, who I had the pleasure of meeting in China on my recent trip with BYD. So the BYD Shark 6 will have the Blade battery, which is of course their proprietary LFP chemistry battery, 29.58 kilowatt hour, which is actually quite big for a hybrid, offering up to 100 kilometers of pure electric range. So having done a test in the C-Line 6, that car with an 18 kilowatt hour battery, I managed to get 80 kilometers out of it from 100 to 25%. And you can actually boost it an extra 10% down to 15% using EV Eco mode, and you can probably get another, say, 10 kilometers out of it. So 100 kilometers is not unreasonable for this kind of electric powertrain from BYD. Combined total driving range of 800 kilometers NEDC. So chop off maybe 20% off that for, I guess, real-world driving range. So designed by Wolfgang Egger, who designs pretty much all the BYDs, European designer. He's designed also the BYD Atto 3 and Seal as well. Interesting to note that lots of engineers have been involved with the production of this car, including former head engineer of the Holden Commodore. Interesting. Built specifically for Australian and New Zealand conditions. So they told us that as well when we were in China. So good to see. Built for this market. So lots of celebrities there last night, including Dale Braithwaite, who we all know very well, very famous singer here in Australia, singing the horses. Yep, good to see, with a local flavour for BYD Shark 6 launch. Let's have a look at some of the key specs in the spec sheet. So there it is, BYD Shark 6, looking nice and rugged there. Love that blue colour. Had a look at that when I was in China. 0 to 100 5.7, 2-litre fuel consumption. Between 25 to 100% and 800 kilometers of NEDC range. So like I said, chop off about 20% for real-world driving range probably. Head-up display and that DMO super hybrid platform. V2L, up to 6 kilowatts in the tray. 3 times 2 kilowatt plugs. Let's have a look at some of the main dimensions. So 5.457 meters in length and 1.925 meters in height, and a wheelbase of 2.92 meters. It's got a weight of 2.7 tons and tray capacity of 1,200 liters. All-wheel drive powertrain and a combined power between the two motors of 321 kilowatts, 650 newton meters of torque, and 1.5 liter engine. Combined fuel efficiency of 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers when the state of charge is below 25%. And a BYD Blade battery, 29.58 kilowatt hours. And it's got a double wishbone front and rear suspension, 18-inch alloys. Towing capacity of 2.5 tons. So this is where the Ford Ranger might have its nose in front of the BYD Shark 6. It's got a towing capacity of 3.5 tons. Now, some people have said this might be a problem for those who want to tow regularly with only a capacity of 2.5 tons. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comment section below, if that is going to be a deal breaker for you. 7 kilowatt AC charging and 55 kilowatt DC charging, which is actually not bad for a plug-in. And of course CCS2, which is the de facto standard these days in Australia, and V2L function. Plenty of safety features and other inclusions, which we'll go through probably in more detail when we do a real-world walk around of the vehicle later on. Hopefully not, if not this year, then early next year in 2025. Now, I was lucky enough to actually be the first Australian media, if you count me as media, to test drive this vehicle in a purpose-built off-road facility. It's arguable whether you consider this off-road, but certainly it was a nice testing ground to experience the troughs and the ridges and the mud and the dirt, and also, you know, some corrugations as well in the track. So yeah, you know, it'd be great to see it, of course, you know, really tested in, like, say, sand dunes of Fraser Island. That'd be great to see, of course. But, you know, for a testing media day, this is actually quite good, in my opinion. And you can see we had a look at the inside, the outside. This is the tray. And, you know, there's the V2L ports there in the back. And plenty of options too for the tray and for the car itself. So we'll go through that in the configurator page too. So this is just like bare bones without all that. Having a look at the interior, there we go. That's what BYD is known for, the rotating screen, and very similar in tech to what we've seen in other cars here in Australia, including the BYD Shark, the Seal, the Atto 3, the Sea Lion 6 as well. We'll do, of course, a full walkthrough. There's me with the camera on, ready to go, and there's the interior too. Very similar in styling to the Sea Lion 6. I got to say, probably not as premium as say the Seal. That's quite a premium vehicle, but this is very much like the Sea Lion 6 in terms of styling, which is not a bad thing. I think the Sea Lion 6 has got very good inclusions for what it is. So yeah, this was the test drive on this sort of off-road facility. As you can see. You know, it is a dirt track and ups and downs and rough road to sort of test it on. So yeah, very privileged to be able to experience that. Check out that video. I'll leave a link in the video description below. I also got a chance to test it on flatter ground. So this is a tarmac testing ground in China as well, in Xi'an, and there it is. There, managed to get out a few skids and donuts. They let us basically go nuts on this thing, which we did, and handles very well. This was a right-hand drive production car we got to test it in, and you know, yeah, it was great. Good feedback for a car, you know, that's a plug-in hybrid, and it just drove really well. So, you know, obviously we'll test this in the real roads here in Sydney. You're not going to do this obviously too often if you own this vehicle, but certainly it was a lot of fun driving this car, just to really just to test it out, see what it was capable of doing. All right, well, let's have a look at the configurator page. You can have a look at this yourself at bydautomotive.com.au. Shark 6 will be the first thing that pops up. It's what they're promoting currently. And as you can see, they're $57,900 in the premium and only trim. It's all-wheel drive, and it's got a BYD blade battery, as we know. Cell to chassis architecture. Now, the Seal, my Seal, has got a cell to body, so they're calling this the cell to chassis architecture for the Shark 6. It's got a 1.5 litre turbo. Interesting. Turbo, high power engine. They're saying it's 290 kilowatt for max power and 6040 for max torque. 800 kilometers of combined range, electric and petrol powertrain. 60 litre fuel tank, 7 kilowatt AC, 55 kilowatt DC, and 18-inch alloys, which can be configured as well in the options. 0 to 100 and 5.7, intelligent 4x4 system, and complimentary 1-year roadside assistance is included. The colors are Great White. Great names, by the way. Great White is included. Extra $700 for Tidal Black and Deep Sea Blue. This Driveaway price is too high because I've been playing with the options previously. So let me just undo all the options, and you'll see that the Driveaway price here in New South Wales, we'll go through all these, by the way, very shortly. But if I undo all these, the base price comes right down. Let's just go to, this is Brisbane, so 60,000 for Queensland. In Melbourne, it's going to be 61,000, and in Sydney or New South Wales, 61,000 as well. So between 60 to 61,000 for and even less for just the white trim. Yeah, $60,881 in New South Wales Driveaway. So that's pretty compelling, really. So going through the different colors, Tidal Black, $700, and then Deep Sea Blue, just maintaining that marine theme. And then you've got 18-inch alloy wheels, and black trim is the option that's included as well. Just going through the pictures there. So very similar to what I saw in China in that video you just saw as well. So if you want different wheels, so $1,400 for 18-inch sport rims. So that's what they look like, as opposed to the standard wheels. And then you've got tire upgrades as well. So you've got Toyo upgrades. There we go. Just for a bit more off-roading. And then this one as well. So this is the BF Goodrich. Also 18-inch, but yeah, just a bit more off-roading as well. Oh, price includes fitting. I can see there too. Price includes fitting. And then you've got options of front bars. So bull bar is $4,489. It's one option. That's from Raid. And then this is the deluxe as well. So that one comes in at $3,892. The tires were $1,007 to $1,008, and the wheels, extra wheels, well, different wheels is $1,004. Sport bars is an option as well. So hoop bars there, and then you've got the, including side plates too, as you can see. So between $1,300 to $1,500 for the sport bars, and then roof racks $1,900 as well. So yeah, it's good to see BYD's thought of everything. Cargo covers, so soft covers from $1,001, and then with a sport bar $1,162. If you want the manual hard cover, so there it is there. Good to see these options, which can slide. Tray opens there. Pictures are very helpful. 2005 and then 3003 if you want the electric version too. So an extra $800 for electric. And then you've got a cargo cover as well if you need that. This is the glass version. And then you've got a tradie version as well. So they are somewhere between, well, yeah, $6,200 for the glass or tradie. Weather shields, not too much more. Bonnet protector, again, not too much more. And then you've got tinting options as well. Floor mats are also extra. You can try to negotiate if you like, guys, for floor mats. And seat covers too. There we go. Car key options. So you've got, ceramic coating, interior treatment. That's what they're charging. Of course, lots of third-party options as well, third-party providers for that kind of thing. And we've gone through the Driveaway pricing for the 3 big states here in Australia again. So there you go. That's the BYD Shark 6, and just a quick overview at the configurator page as well. Again, 60 to 61,000 Driveaway from the East Coast here in Australia. And of course, the Ford Ranger PHEV is probably the biggest competitor for this market, this plug-in ute market. Ford haven't actually announced their pricing yet, so BYD's got the jump on it, and certainly will put a lot of pressure on Ford to deliver a competitive price. All we can see on the Ford website is the Ranger. This is the ICE basic Ranger at 2 liters. They're asking $63,277 for an estimated drive-away price. So I'll be very curious to see how much Ford price their plug-in once the Ranger plug-in arrives in Australia. So very curious and very interesting times ahead for plug-in segment, and hopefully we'll see a full electric, battery electric ute come to market in Australia too. So fingers crossed BYD will do the same thing for battery electric vehicles in the ute segment. All right, everyone. Well, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this Shark 6. If you're a ute owner, or whether you're thinking about buying a ute, is this on your radar? Will this help convince tradies or basically recreational ute users who like the space to convert to a plug-in? Is it compelling enough? Is the towing capacity that's only 2.5 tons a deal breaker for many? I want to hear your thoughts, because given this is a large segment of the Australian market, but certainly good to have more options in this segment. So leave your comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Until the next time we meet, which will hopefully be the real-world test drive of the Shark 6 here in Australia. Stay safe, and thanks for watching. Happy charging.